Well, today, March the 9th, marks 3 years since President Uhuru Kenyatta and ODM leader Raila Odinga unexpectedly shook hands to publicly cease hostilities and move the country forward after a deeply divisive 2017 election. But 3 years on, and pundits believe the handshake and the aftermath that birthed the BBI has created powerful individuals rather than strong institutions. They also say the BBI discourse has provided a stepping stone for politicians to flex muscles ahead of the 2022 succession politics. NTV's senior political affairs reporter Kennedy Mureithi now looks at the impact of that handshake and its resultant baby, the BBI, on Kenyans and the political scene.
President Uhuru Kenyatta and ODM leader Raila Odinga have been the driving forces behind the Building Bridges initiative, a product of the handshake that stopped hostilities and united the nation. But now, pundits hold they've been unable to cascade the benefits of the handshake to Kenyans.
This seems to have been a handshake created by two powerful personalities. And the question which we keep on asking ourselves is that these two powerful personalities, President Kenyatta and Honorable Raila Odinga, do their selfish interests, or rather are their selfish interests consistent with our national and public interests?
The two have enjoyed cordial relations up until President Uhuru Kenyatta roped in other NASA principals and KANU's Gideon Moi, who are now said to be favored by the state. The coalition of Musalia Mudavadi, Kalonzo Musyoka, Moses Wetangula and Gideon Moi is also angling to run the BBI show and steal the thunder from Raila.
One would have to be a very naive politician to imagine that a BBI will not have an impact in 2022.
Deputy President William Ruto has remained mute on whether he will outrightly support the document or mount a no campaign, essentially pitting him against his boss.
The purpose, as I had told him and as we agreed with Raila, was never to talk about what shall happen tomorrow in terms of our elective posts, but I said it was an extension of what I and you did in 2013.
And I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying I want to be persuaded. And forgive me if I am slow. Forgive me. There are so many Kenyans who are in my category.
His perceived resistance to the BBI making him a darling of some who believe he is a victim of a choreographed plan keen on frustrating his 2022 presidential bid.
Tulisonga pamoja. Hapa katikati ndio sasa 2022 ikaanza kuwa inapita. Akasahau yale mengine. Na ndio wanasema watu tutulize ball, hiyo bado itakuja.
If you're the deputy president and your party leader has taken a position, then common sense demands that you stay faithful to what the party leader has indicated. So he's supposed to have been giving the president unlimited support to ensure that the handshake is a success. And if for some reason he feels uncomfortable about the handshake, then he ought to resign.
One of the clarion calls from the political class about the BBI is that it will bring services closer home and probably turn some of their misfortunes into fortunes. However, for the political class who say so, it has turned out to be one of the biggest political fodders for 2022.
And at the end of the day, we expected that this handshake would translate to very powerful institutions which drive our national and public interest.
Kennedy Mureithi, NTV.